What's up, good people? Welcome back to Elsie Speaks Podcast. My name is Elsie Sambu. You know the vibes already. This is a space where we talk about life in general, the drama, the struggles, and everything in between. I'll be calling in my friends occasionally to help me talk about these things in-depthly, and we just laugh about it. Laugh about your problems sometimes. It helps, I hear. And yeah, thank you for the love you showed our previous episode, the truth about relationships. And as I said, we are a suffering lot. We are suffering when it comes to relationships. Out here, people are suffering, and you can go back to those videos and episodes on Spotify and have a good time. So today I just felt like I should talk about how my 20s are not 20ing at the moment. Like, let's talk about it. Like, what are we even doing? What are we supposed to be doing? I don't even know. I thought there should be a manual. Okay, maybe there is, but I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't even want to go by the books anymore. I just want to live my life how I want to live it. And I feel like for most people, it's expectations versus the reality thing. I know I'm among them. Let me tell you guys, when I finished uni, I thought, my God, I'm done with uni. I'd be somewhere on vacation in a beach, sipping my cocktails, dancing, and doing what needs to be done. But reality of life is, I'm here, right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
There's no beach in it. There's no beach here, guys. And I just want to tell you that, don't have that much of expectations, because the reality of life is there are things you think you would have done by now that you haven't, and the things that you have done, and you should give yourself a clap for that, because there are many people who haven't done that yet. And I think for me, I should have been told that it gets worse. Being in your 20s gets worse sometimes. You know how we're usually told that, the toxic positivity of that, being in your 20s, sometimes it gets better. It does not. The reality is it might get worse. You might have those moments where you're like, what is this? You might have those moments where you have applied. Can we even talk about, first of all, applying for jobs? Because, you can be in that line of, especially if you're in that, you did courses that rather you're not guaranteed of a job when you finish. The reality of life is you will apply. You would think you know what you're doing when you're applying, but let me tell you, it all comes down to them and their decision. So the thing about it is it gets worse, so we just find ways to manage it better. We find ways of doing things better. We find ways of making it better, because honestly, I feel like things could be worse. So just appreciate where you are at in life. Appreciate the process. We're usually told to trust the process. Sometimes we don't want to trust the process. Sometimes we're like, this process, can it just trust itself? Because I'm done with trusting things. But the thing is, you just gotta have to find ways. We can't be complaining every time. I know if there's one thing is, I'm a person who likes complaining. I know I like complaining about life. I like complaining about how my 20s are not it. But at the same time, I'm doing what needs to be done. You see, I'm here. I show up. That's the best thing you can do. You just show up, do what needs to be done. I also feel like our 20s are not like the era of our parents. Our parents think like their time, there's no social media, number one. They were just going off vibes. They were doing what they needed to do at that time. So for our parents, they had it good. Like right now, they were having like their 10th kid. Not saying having kids is a bad thing, guys. No, I'm just saying. Right now, we're even children. I'm a child, first of all. I don't even know how people expect me, society expects me to have a kid. So I feel like before they did what they need to have done then, and it was good for them. But right now, I feel like us, we're just putting our career as a priority, and we are putting so many things ahead. And also, I know we talked about relationships. We are not even finding people. Where are people? We don't know where they are. I'm actually here looking for someone. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just saying, like, we don't even know what we want.
Have you ever had a dream that you could.
That's another thing. I feel like in our 20s also, like, we're dealing with so much depression. We hear all these things, and for the longest time ever, I used to think depression is like being in a cold room, being under a bed. But depression might be even you talking here laughing, because for you, you're feeling as though things are not okay. You're not okay. That's the thing. You're not okay. And it goes back to my point where I said social media is a very big contributor of how our 20s are right now. Because I feel like for me, I feel life would be better if I didn't know where people were at. It's good, we celebrate it, but I feel like constantly being shown something, constantly being shown this narrative of when you finish uni, you get a job. The reality of life is you might not even finish uni. Let me tell you guys, there's so many people who have not finished uni yet. There's so many people who have finished. There's so many people who have finished uni and have gotten a job. There's so many people who haven't. So just know that it's okay not to know what you're doing. It's okay to be stuck. It's okay to just be wondering and not knowing where life is going, because many people do. They just don't document it. No one will come and tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. They'll just pretend that they know what they're doing because it makes them feel better, I also think about being in my 20s right now, friendships. Like, for me, friendships are important. I'm not gonna lie. Friendships are really important in life. And if someone tells you like snakes and what, maybe, I'm not gonna lie, there's some snakes, of course there are. But I feel like platonic love is really important. And in our 20s, it's really vital because you're at a time where you don't know what you want. When you're two of you, you can open a WhatsApp group, cry together, cry about this life. Like, I remember me and my friends used to like laugh about how we are having it bad, how our relationships are going left. And I feel like for me, that gave me some sort of therapy, because I was actually telling my friend, like, you can actually open a counseling session, because when we're laughing about our problems, it's sad, it's really sad. But at the end of the day, we are actually comforting each other. We're actually tagging it out and finding ways of, making life better. Yeah, and that's what I think about being in my 20s. I feel like from now on, I'm not gonna go off any manual. I know the thing we do is we put a time to things, and it's sad, it's bad, but we usually put a time to things. Like, by 25, I wanna get married, I wanna have this and this. But the thing is, don't put a time to anything, because what is time? Time is not real. Honestly, time is not real. Just do what you need to do at the moment. Enjoy the now, Enjoy your present time. Do what you're doing while you're doing it. And I know life is not lifing, but you can just find ways of making it work. So for me, I feel like my 20s are not 20ing, but I'm here and I'm doing what needs to be done. So guys, this was episode number 3. I was just telling you guys about how being in my 20s has been so far. And in case you like this type of content, like, share and subscribe, and also tell us what you feel about this podcast on the comment section. And for those of you who are on Spotify, we'll also be dropping these episodes there.